really much there, Obviously, coaching.
Yeah.
There's more in the coaching side than the pick'em side.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like we need Lamar to win.
Hold on a minute. Woot. The whole world needs Lamar to win.
Yeah, to save us from Jackson Mahomes.
Yeah, that's it. That's 100% it.
And whatever his wife's name is. I never remember her name.
Brittany.
Oh, that's right. She does look like a Brittany.
Yeah. It's Brittany, bitch.
You remember how incessant she was when they won the last one?
She's unbearable.
Listen, he married that woman, okay? Probably because she keeps him out of the house with that voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did a thing, by the way.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Why she doesn't?
My hair's all gone.
It's why he's so good.
Because he just doesn't do anything at home. He's like, I'm going to be at the office.
Yeah, he just goes and practices and studies film, so he doesn't have to be near.
Oh, that reminds me of something. I can bring it up. I saw a highlight clip of like an interview with Lawrence Taylor.
Good morning, Boogie.
And the guy was reading like basically Lawrence Taylor's own words back to him from like earlier when he was playing. Like this is much later in life. And he was like, so at the age of 19, your first year in college, you tried cocaine. And then by the third year, you were doing an ounce a day. And he's like, what you don't understand. And he's like, I'd be in the huddle. I wouldn't be thinking about what defense I need to play. Be thinking about what I'm doing after the game. I want me to get that next fix. And the guy goes, or that was the guy reading it to him. You know what I mean? And he just looks at the guy who's interviewing him and goes, look, at the end of the day, he goes, didn't affect my performance, did it?
I mean, I'm all right. I don't know. I said to Dot, it's really bad cough. My voice is gone, but I feel good otherwise. Like
compared to earlier in the week, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have the chills and fevers anymore. I'm able to sleep now. It's just I can't talk. So during the week, which we missed, almost every coaching position has been filled, besides the Panthers and Seahawks and Commanders. From my understanding, the Commanders is already filled by Ben Johnson or Brian Johnson or whatever the fuck the one in Detroit's name is.
Yeah.
It just can't happen until after he completes his, season. So that potentially leaves only Seattle. So as we all know by now, Jim Harbaugh signed with the Chargers. And I can't think of the two names, the Titans and the Falcons signed.
Falcons signed
offensive coordinator from the Bucs, who just had his first ever job as an offensive coordinator. He's never called plays in the NFL until this season. And now he's the Falcons head coach.
So the Panthers hired Dave Canales.
Oh, that's Panthers. There you go. Good call.
And then
Falcons signed Raheem Morris.
Yes, that's correct.
Yep, it's the Panthers. Sorry, Dave Canales.
And
the Panthers or the Falcons said the reason they didn't go with Belichick is because he It just wasn't a long-term option. He didn't make them feel like they had a long-term security at coach.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, that's what everybody thinks, is that the Belichick thing was, you don't want to give control of everything, like upset the apple cart, just for a 3-year deal.
Yeah.
So they think that's kind of like the leading factor in why he didn't get any jobs, and he's probably done.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting a defensive coordinator's job.
I mean, that'd be one hell of a signing if you could make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Packers fans dreaming about it all over the Packers fan sites.
Yeah.
Have him come in and assistant coach LaFleur and have him be DC.
And then Zach Robinson, the offensive coordinator for the Rams, is going to work for Raheem Morris
in Atlanta. Good for him.
Yeah.
That's fine. McVay will just put out 2 more future coaches.
Yeah, that's what it said. It said Joe wanted him because when was the last time an offensive coach who came from the McVay tree sucked?
Right, yeah, exactly.
And the Chargers dropped Kellen Moore.
Yeah, and he went to Philly already.
Good. Oh, God. Help them.
I said it to Boogie when she told me about it last night. I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't like it. Not with what we saw.
But so I mean, we already have an assumption of what Washington's doing. Now, I don't know what the hell Seattle's doing.
Yeah, Seattle's, I don't know.
To me, it's too good of a destination to be struggling to find a coach.
Yeah.
It's a good city. It's a historic franchise.
That city loves that team.
Yeah, like you have everything you can ask for, and the owners have been loyal to their coaches. I wanted to say Paul Allen, but I think he sold them. I could be wrong. He could still be the owner. I don't remember. No, he sold his part of Microsoft. That's right. He's still the owner of the Seahawks.
No,
I don't know. I don't know why you. I don't know. It's weird to me. I assume it should be Vrabel at this point, but
actually, I think it was yesterday when we were in the car. Apparently, Dan Quinn is number 1 there right now.
I mean, makes sense. It's where he came from. He was the defensive coordinator for the Legion of Boom. Go back to where you got famous. I don't know.
I mean, Vrabel's still out there.
That's the guy I would be hiring, is Mike Vrabel. I don't know. He's the top of my list. I don't know.
Listen, that team would have been much better if they didn't have Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah. Yeah, and wide receivers, which he didn't ask to trade A.J. Brown.
He was actually very mad about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, which is hilarious because they traded A.J. Brown and wound up paying D-Hop about as much money as they pay A.J. Brown. So,
I mean, D-Hop didn't have a terrible year. I mean, it's not like he's in his prime, right?
Well, that's the thing. He's not A.J. Brown. He's not.
Yeah. Because like you literally traded A.J. Brown for a bag of nails.
Yeah, but I don't know about all the D coordinator jobs yet. But Green Bay already met with Brandon Staley for defensive coordinator. So
wait. Did you guys see that defense? And he's a defensive coach.
Yeah, people are hoping he's going to go back to what he was with Sean McVay.
Yeah.
But apparently there's like 5 other teams interviewing him, including the Rams are planning to interview him for defensive coordinator.
And maybe, I mean, how do I phrase this? Maybe he'll be better because there's less to focus on. And maybe he'll be humbled by the fact that he sucked as a head coach.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want him. I want Al Harris.
I mean, I've heard mentally, like, he always thought he was the smartest guy in the room. So that kind of throws everybody off.
Yeah, and all three of our safeties are free agents, so I don't really want Brandon Staley with a limited crew. Like I said, I'd rather have Al Harris.
Yeah.
Somehow the Ravens kept Todd Monken and their defensive coordinator, Mike McDaniel.
Well, there's some people have said that what happens in these games could change that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how they're managing to keep both if they do. But all right, let's pick these games today. First one is the AFC title game, Chiefs-Ravens in Baltimore. I'm pretty sure everybody outside the Pittsburgh area and Kansas City are rooting for the Ravens to end the Taylor Swift shit and to prevent a Jackson Mahomes and Brittany Mahomes Super Bowl show. This is a tougher game than it realistically should be for me.
I said it to people at work. Kansas City's getting to that point where what my dad told me when I was younger, because he's a Minnesota fan and I was a Patriots fan. He's like, you know what I hate most about the Patriots is that no matter how much they're losing by, it's inevitable they're going to at least come back and make it a game. Yeah. And there's almost like this inevitability with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey, where it's just like they find a way to win. Sometimes assisted by refs. I will say that.
Which they have. They have a ref today that is very bad for home teams.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see that article, and I was like, oh, okay.
But I'm going to stick with the Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens for the sheer fact that I want them to win.
I'm going with them because, to be honest, they have dominated every single team they've played that has been playoff caliber this season.
Weren't they like 10-1 against 500 teams or something like that?
Yeah, and look what they. I'm not saying it wasn't, a rookie coach and a rookie quarterback, but they came out in the second half, made all the adjustments they needed against the Texans, and flat dominated them. They destroyed the Lions earlier in the season. Look where the Lions are. They destroyed the Niners. Maybe not statistically in yards, but they played turnover game.
Mm-hmm.
And I just have to believe that the Ravens, unless Lamar makes dumb mistakes, which he is the player to make dumb mistakes, but I have a hard time seeing them being worse than Kansas City. I don't know if Mark Andrews is playing today. And check that part of the injury report. I checked everybody else. They're missing Joe Thuney today. They're starting left guard, which is huge for the Chiefs. But Pacheco and Willie Gay are both expected to play, which is great for the Chiefs. And Mark Andrews is not on the injury report. So
yeah, he's actually. They say he's going to play, but I thought about that when they said he was coming back. I'm like, but Likely's playing so well.
I know they got to find a way to get them both involved. Likely's too good.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going to take the Ravens at home. How loud the stadium's going to be. You got Ray Lewis and Ed Reed being given out the game ball. You got fucking Terrell Suggs as an honorary captain today. They're doing everything big around here to make this a big game. Shaq's at the game. He's doing the tailgating party.
Oh,
Mr.
God.
Shaquille O'Neal. I don't know why, but he's a diehard Baltimore fan. I don't get it. I don't. But and then you got T-Pain doing halftime show.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. The Chiefs could win this game. It wouldn't shock me.
Right.
I hate to say it to Ravens fans. It's not shocking at all. If the refs start getting a little involved, I'm going to get a little angry.
Yeah,
but the bank has never hosted in a championship game, so expect them to be loud.
Yeah, it'll be rocking.
The Chiefs need to come out and punch them in the face fast. They need to silence the Ravens faithful. If the Ravens faithful get too loud and rambunctious, they're not coming back into this game. All right, so we're going to take Baltimore. And the next one is San Francisco hosting the Detroit Lions in the Detroit Lions NFC title game, which is crazy to think we can finally say those words. By the way, in the past decade have done it more than the Cowboys now.
Yeah, it's been 28 years. So
yeah.
Remember, the Lions were 0-16 in this century.
Yeah.
And still got
here they are. All right. Go ahead. Give me your pick for this one. Or your ideas.
I mean, this one's easy for me. I still got San Francisco winning it.
Okay.
Now, according to the line, if I was betting this game, I'd probably take the Lions to cover.
Okay. Okay. This is shocking coming out of my mouth, but I've got the Lions by 2 possessions.
Woof.
I think they're going to smother this team. I just feel so much more confident in everything I've seen out of Detroit than I have in San Francisco against the Packers last week, and then they got bailed out.
I guess you know what I didn't check was Debo.
He was cleared on Thursday off the practice report.
Did you see that interview? I think I sent you that clip, right, of him. I don't protect shit.
They even said he's going to potentially be kick returning today. Is how confident they are in him. No, I don't know. I just feel an energy. San Francisco's a good team, don't get me wrong, guys, and they can win this game. But I feel this energy in Detroit and this team that I just would not want to be in front of. There's so much of self-belief and so much faith in themselves right now. I really think Detroit could easily walk their way into a Super Bowl. And I don't know. It would be crazy to see if they could win a Super Bowl. But granted, at the beginning of this season, my projection was Ravens-Niners, and I could easily just go back to that. But I've got to stick with it. I just feel something in Detroit. But so I'm going to take them.
Yeah, give me Jared Goff with 3 interceptions today.
Right. This will be the turnover game for Goff.
Yeah, it just it'll just fall into place. Sorry. Ooh.
Plus, Detroit's really good against the run, which really helps them. So, if they can stop the run, McCaffrey, they might shut this team down some. And I don't know. It's hard to pick against Ayuk and Sam.
If they can stop the run, they gave up 450 yards to Nick Mullins, and he had 3 interceptions.
Yeah. And still won the game. I don't know.
Yeah, they're not doing that against the Niners team. I'm sorry.
But
Ayuk's going to have 155 yards.
I want Lions to win for the Stafford TikToks. Oh, I know, right? Oh, my God. That would be amazing. The videos would be absolutely incredible. But there's our picks. You have anything else?
No, not on the games. There's nothing really that's happened to change anything.
No, not really. There was trades in the NBA, but I couldn't tell you who they were. NHL deadline should be coming up soon, though, so I might have to look into that.
Yeah, who's sliding, who's not, who's going to be a seller, who's going to be a buyer.
Yeah,
Baltimore was up to 4.5 this morning. And that's up a point.
Yeah. Royal Rumble was last night.
Oh yeah, I did see the article pop up that it was last night.
The men's Royal Rumble was boring as fuck, but the women's Royal Rumble was a fucking fireball. So I'm all right with it. Oh man, I wish we could have Steve Mariucci mic'd up. Sorry, that's what they're showing is Steve Mariucci mic'd up when they had it. When he was on the sideline back in the day. UFC 300 card is set, I think.
Really?
Well, it's like only 2 months away. UFC 300, April 13th. No, it's not fully set.
Okay.
But there are rumors that at UFC 300, Dana White will be announcing some changes to the weight classes.
Oh, this was that 165?
165 and 175 will be getting created, and 170 will die.
Right.
Pitchers and catchers in 2.5 weeks. Yep. The week of Daytona 500. Yeah.
I went to a bar called Pitchers and Catchers once.
Interesting. You have to tell me about that sometime.
I think it was in my wandering through Philly when I hit Bob and Barbara's as well.
And next week is the Clash. I'm trying to think of all the sports news. I don't know. Somebody won a golf tournament this weekend because I saw it on TV. I don't know. It's today.
I was going to say today should be the final round.
I thought today was Monday all day, and I don't know why.
Dude, I woke up yesterday because I stayed up all night. So I woke up at noon thinking it was Sunday, and I was like, oh, shit.
I took this new Mucinex PM last night.
Yeah, I love that.
And I slept so heavy that when you texted me this morning and said, are we doing pod today at noon? I was like, oh, it's Sunday. I legit thought I maybe slept through a day.
I love their products. So I went and got I get the nasal sprays, like what you were just saying. I get the decongestant. And I got cough drops from them. I got carded for the cough drops. That's how good their cough drops are.
Yeah. Yeah.
They for you today, it'd be great because it just takes everything out.
Yeah, I've got them right in front of me.
I like the blue ones. I want to taste straight menthol.
These, hold on. I got you, boy.
Yes. That's exactly the one. I'm like, oh, give me 2 bags.
Yeah, I just don't want to be sucking on something while I'm talking, so I haven't touched them yet. But trying to think of other sports news. I just don't. I would like to say who won the Rolex 24 hours at Rolex at Daytona, but I don't remember. 24 hours of racing at Daytona is a lot of racing. I know Le Mans is big, but Le Mans is at least, street racing. Watching guys go around Daytona for 24 hours really ain't the speedway. If they're going around a city, I'd be in for that. There was something else that was just going to bother me. Hold on.
So, just a quick one. The thing you saw probably about golf was that Nick Dunlap was the first amateur to win a PGA Tour event in 30 years.
That was probably it.
And he got invited to play at the Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines, and he's probably going to decline it so he doesn't go pro yet.
Okay.
So he forfeited the $1.5 million winner's purse.
Why?
Because he can't take it. He's in college.
Oh, okay. So those college athletes aren't allowed to get paid.
In winnings. You can't get paid for wins.
I just had to make...
I'm pretty sure the guys at Michigan basically got paid to win, right?
I had to make the joke because Deion Sanders' kid, two
they
sons,
bought him
just bought him a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't a house. It's a mansion.
Oh, it's a beautiful mansion in the
Yeah.
middle of Colorado, which is already expensive as fuck.
And it's funny, too, because you know where Nick Dunlap goes to school?
I want to say Colorado because it seems convenient, but I'm going to go with Arizona.
Alabama.
Oh, okay.
He better call up Saban and be like, look, I need some NIL money.
Oh, there's the news that I was thinking of. Thank you. Alabama's 5-star quarterback that we talked about last time we were live
Yeah.
is now at Ohio State.
Oh, and
Ohio
Michigan
State.
and Michigan promoted Sharon Moore.
Sharon Moore goes up from OC, who was the coach while Saban. Well, Harbaugh was suspended anyway, so he's used to the role. He'll fit it perfectly fine. And it makes the players still there happy.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. The guys that are still there like him as a coach. Now, the problem is a bunch of the staff that was with Harbaugh is going with him to the Chargers.
yeah, and the defensive coordinator is getting interviewed by the Packers, so they might lose him anyway.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens to Michigan. You know, no Harbaugh influence the whole year and whatnot. We'll see. But Ohio State's panicking about all their losses to Michigan, as they have also Alabama's 5-star corner also entered the transfer portal because of losing Nick Saban. And Ohio State grabbed him as well. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, they're getting loaded up.
Which is funny because we'll see. We'll see. Like, college is so even with all these guys moving around every year now and stuff, like it's just you kind of have a sense of like it's their year or it's not. And I just feel like Ohio State's not there right now.
I honestly think with Ryan Day, you're not winning.
Right. He got coached, like Harbaugh coached circles around him, and he wasn't even there half the time.
Their bowl game, he got out coached. I don't remember who they lost to, but they got embarrassed.
Can't remember.
It's gonna bother me now.
They did get blown out.
14-3. They scored 3 fucking points.
Yeah. God.
I gotta look it up.
That San Francisco line's still 7.5.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go up or down anymore. But Missouri 14-3. That's right. But I would like to see. I don't know. I picked the Lions. I think they can win this game. But if not, I don't mind a Ravens-Niners Super Bowl. I will admit I probably won't watch much of a Chiefs-Niners Super Bowl because I could care less either way. I don't know. I can't stand watching Kermit the Frog.
Yeah.
Every single play asking for a flag just turns me off. It's just hard. Like, I love watching the Niners, so I'll watch the Super Bowl. But when the Chiefs are on the field, I'll be half attention, half in, because I just can't. He's taken away an element of the game for me where I just can't. Like, I don't mind watching their defense, but watching Patrick Mahomes on offense ask for a flag every play, I can't handle it.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Taylor Swift swerve in her suite than.
I know. I laugh when people complain about Taylor Swift, but like, I don't want to look at Jerry Jones all game either, you know?
I know they show him more than they show Taylor when they're at a Cowboys game.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's as Boogie sent me a video and we talked about it. I mean, it's unlocked a new thing. Like, dads are now able to actually connect with their kids.
Listen, if anybody's doing it right, it's the NFL, right? Like,
yeah.
They just got a wealth of new fans by just incorporating her every time they had a chance.
And dads are now able to connect with their daughters and have something to share together that they didn't used to. So I don't hate it as much as I used to. Dude, I'd watch a gay porno for Jason Kelce. Like, there's not many things Jason can do that I wouldn't watch at this point.
I mean, he's like America's sweetheart.
People said it. Run for president.
Literally.
We need you right.
There
We
are
need
like
him right now.
celebrities that I like. Obviously, he's not qualified, but he'd be a people person. And maybe that's what you're trying to get at is like, well, maybe we need somebody more like us and less like people who are extremely rich.
Exactly. A guy who enjoys life and wants everyone to be happy. Granted, It would be like a party at the White House every day.
I mean, did you see him in Buffalo? That man hopped out a window, chugged a beer, cheered on Buffalo fans while his brother's beating him up. And they loved him.
Yeah. And as I don't remember what video I watched, but as it was said, I can't imagine how much Taylor Swift's security crew hated that moment every time.
Oh,
that
yeah.
window being wide open and him just jumping in and out. All right, guys, we're gonna roll. We'll be back tomorrow at 8. We'll talk about today's matchups. We'll talk about some shows and animes and stuff just to keep it fresh and different tomorrow.
And this is our last Sunday.
Yeah, this will be the last Sunday. It was supposed to be last week, but we had to make it up because of me being sick. So, did you see this smooth? How smooth? Yeah, he was.
Well, listen, he's nimble for a big man.
Yeah, he is. He is a very athletic center.
Did you hear his daughter? What his daughter said
about his tits?
Yeah, that's boobies are out.
Dad showed his boobs on TV, Mom.
Yeah,
but
that's funny.
I appreciate all of you guys hanging out, dealing with my terrible voice, my coughing, and all the other weird noises.
It's fine.
We'll be back tomorrow night. We hope you have a good night, good day. Enjoy some football. Both of them should be good games.
I mean, you have the one and probably the two teams that should have been twos that weren't.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. And then the two, and the 2-1. So, yeah. All right, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.